Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Star Atlas. What is it? What are they trying to do? Is it a scam? Is it a real game? We're going to be looking at the differences or the similarities between itself and Star Citizen, because there's a lot of them, and we're just going to be digging into it. I think the reason, well, I know the reason I decided to look into this was because myself have never really heard of Star Atlas. Obviously, I play Star Citizen, I talk about Star Citizen, but Star Atlas, someone actually left a comment in my comment section recently saying you better start paying serious attention to the amount of concept artists all jumping ship from CIG, who create Star Citizen, and running for Star Atlas. And I was like, is that the case? I'd never heard about it. I didn't hear about these developers or these concept artists jumping ship and going to another developer. And I was just curious. I'm like, what is Star Atlas? Why are they stealing? People think they're stealing all of these developers or concept artists. So what is it? So the first thing I wanted to do is try and understand why people think they're jumping ship and going to Star Atlas, right? So I started looking up Star Atlas, looking at what it was. And one of the first videos I saw, which in my opinion is probably the reason people think this, is a video by Montoya, is I think how it's pronounced. So he's a Star Citizen content creator. He also is the owner, I guess you could say, of the biggest Star Citizen org, which is Test Squadron. And he made a video, and it was definitely... you could tell he doesn't like NFTs, and I'll explain what NFTs are here in a second and what they mean for the gaming community and stuff like that. But let me show you a little bit of Montoya's video. So first and foremost, this is literally the first frame of the video. It's a ship that if you play Star Citizen, you will realize it looks pretty familiar. It looks like the front of a 600i and the back of a Carrack, right? That's what this ship looks like. And the thumbnail for this video was NFT garbage. So right off the bat, I know that he's against NFTs. The title, Star Atlas hiring Star Citizen design artists. So again, that makes sense for this comment saying that they're all jumping ship from CIG and going over to Atlas. So let's just listen to a little bit of this video so we can understand where, this mentality, this comment's coming from.
Hey, Star Citizen backers, tell me what that is. Tell me that is not the front end of a 600i on some other ship that's kit bashed together. You know what this is? This is an NFT being sold by none other than Star Atlas. What is Star Atlas, you say? Well, good question. There's a lot to talk about on this topic. I think this may be split up into multiple videos. But in short, basically what Star Atlas is a finance bro named Michael Wagner.
So right off the bat, I could just tell he doesn't like NFTs, right? By a finance bro... doesn't like him, but I'll get into it, but okay, let's continue here a little bit.
Saying, I see Star Citizen is selling a whole bunch of pretty ships and making hundreds of millions of dollars. What if I make the same kind of ships and sell them as NFTs, raise the money, and then with that money, make a game? Is that a bad plan? You know my feelings on NFTs. NFTs are a fucking cancer on the gaming community. Now, let's be very, very fair here. I think as the NFT technology is maturing, 80% of NFT projects out there today are outright scams, multi-level marketing, and will implode. The other 10% are kind of legit, are trying to be legit, but they will fail. I think at the end of the day, 10, maybe 5-10% of the remaining NFT projects will succeed in the long run after the coming apocalypse, the NFT implosion, which will happen this year. Mark my words, guaranteed. The NFT market will implode sometime this year.
Okay, so I understand his thoughts and opinions on NFTs, right? So for those of you who don't know what NFTs are, the gaming community is kind of split, whether or not NFTs are going to be good for the gaming community or bad for the gaming community. Some people see them as like loot boxes and things like that, things you have to pay for in game. Let me just explain to you. I'll read this literally for what the description it is. An NFT is a non-fungible token. Oh, that's what it stands for, I should say. It's a non-interchangeable unit of data stored on a blockchain, a form of digital ledger. that can be sold and traded. Types of data units may be associated with digital files such as photos, videos, and audio. So essentially, you know, there's people online where, you know, someone will buy an NFT. We've all seen these NFTs of these CryptoPunks and all of these different things, the Bored Apes. And then people always joke. They're like, oh, I copy and pasted it. I own it now too. Why did you spend hundreds of thousands on it? Because I own it now too. That's kind of not what it is. And I'm sure the NFT community always cringe at people that do that because it's not what it is. It's kind of the face of what it is. But you essentially, the people who own the NFT, not the people that right click and copy and paste it, but the people who own it, it is stored. They own it. They have the receipts. It is stored on a blockchain, and they can literally buy more and they can sell it. And when you sell it, you know, it gets transferred to another person, and that's how NFTs work. For the most part, for NFTs to be worth much, they release them in small batches. Or not necessarily release in small batches, but they release a small amount. So there'll be X amount of them, and they don't make more. So if it's a certain project, they'll make, let's say it's ships. They'll make, say, 1,000 ships, and they won't make any more. So that makes it more of a collectible item that people will want. So therefore, the prices will continue to go up as people trade them. And if people don't want them anymore, or the project crashes, then the price will do just that. The prices will crash. Now, the idea of NFTs in gaming isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? We already have things that are similar to that. We've been doing it for years. If you look at a game like Fortnite, where you buy Fortnite skins, you're buying something that a lot of people don't have. The only thing is that is not tradable. You can't trade those because, you know, I mean, the game wouldn't want you to. Same with Star Citizen, right? We buy ships in Star Citizen. We own them. But as of right now, at least, we can't trade them. We can't sell them to other people. They don't allow us to do that. We can do it on the grey market, but they don't recommend that, and the game doesn't promote it at all. But in all honesty, I would kind of prefer it if they did. I would prefer it if Star Citizen ships were on a blockchain so that I could buy and sell ships and trade them around. I think that would be kind of cool. But for a lot of people, they don't like that idea. They don't like cryptocurrency. They don't like trading. They just want to buy their ship for a fixed amount and be able to enjoy it. They don't want to bring this type of trading and money into a game. Now, as far as NFTs in gaming is concerned, the way that they're talking about it is NFTs are going to be in game, and you don't always necessarily have to buy them. You can earn them. So you can make money, real money, in game by just playing it. So you can play the game, unlock certain things, and maybe there's like a difficult thing you have to do to unlock it, and then you get that NFT. And then once you own it, if someone wants it, you can actually sell that NFT without having, you know, paid for it yourself. Kind of similar in a way now that I think about it, but not really. But you know how on Steam, how you unlock like pictures and things like that, and there is a monetary value to them. You can actually sell these. Okay, given it's usually like 5 cents or 10 cents or something like that. But it's the same type of, the way that I look at it, it's very similar. So in a way, the only difference between buying a ship in Star Citizen right now and buying a ship in Star Atlas is one of them is on the blockchain and can be traded, and the value can go up and down. And in Star Citizen, it's not on a blockchain, it can't be traded, the value doesn't really go up and down, and they also, there's not a limit. They don't say we're only making 1,000 of these. They make as many as they want. So because of that, they don't really have a value to be traded anyway. So that's a kind of a little summary about NFTs and NFTs in gaming. I'll talk about it more as we go on through this video, but essentially let's continue on with, you know, the concept artist jumping ship and going over to Star Atlas. Is that really happening? Again, let's jump back into this video by Montoya. All right, let's just hop back in right here.
No doubt about it, that's definitely a Star Citizenship, and Adrian here also worked on the...
So what he's doing right now is he's looking at the concept artists for Star Atlas, and he's looking at the work that they are doing and what they've done in the past.
RSI Apollo, and on the 100i, and on the G12 rover, and on the Ballista. All his work. So
he's basically going through the concept artists, and there's a handful of them that work on Star Citizen ships as well. And I think the reason people, or that person reached out saying people are jumping ship and going to Star Atlas, is it the way that he's talking about this kind of does seem like that. He's kind of trying to, I don't think he's intentionally trying to do it, or maybe he is, or maybe he doesn't know, but the way the video comes across is very much like, ha, gotcha. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, look, this person's from Star Citizen, and look at all this stuff. These are all ships that they've made. They're Star Citizen concept designers. Oh, let's look at this person. Let's see their work. Star Citizen concept designers. So it comes across as like he's trying to like got you moment, like they've been stealing people from Star Citizen, but that's not the case. So these artists, they're freelance artists. They were hired by Atlas, Star Atlas, to create concept art for them. Now, they're not making these ships, just like Star Citizen, how we have the concept art, and then we have the white box, and then there's developers that build them and make... This is not that. They're just literally building a concept. And these people are still working on Star Citizen. They've just been hired out by this company to create some concept art for them. Now, we don't know if Star Atlas asked them specifically, can you make a ship just like this one in Star Citizen, or if these concept artists created a ship because they what they've done in the past, they were like, oh, this is cool, let's try and make one that looks similar to that because I've done it before, but we'll just tweak it a little bit. Star Atlas may not have a clue that whatever ship it is looks so similar to one in Star Citizen. They may not know that. We don't know if they asked them to, or if this concept artist made one that just looks similar. So before we get into one of the final things, which is what is the game that they're trying to create? Are they copying Star Citizen? Is it worth buying into? Is it a scam? Before we get into all of that, so this person is basically a blockchain gaming specific channel. So they talk about the blockchain and games that are on there. And I skimmed through a little bit of this video. You could see just by... So a lot of NFT people are like hype train people, right? They're the people that get on a hype. And, you know, typically, as you can see right here, this is it's a Tesla. So this is a Tesla tequila. This is something that Elon Musk made. It was limited production. These people love this. The cryptocurrency people, they all love Elon Musk. He's like the savior. But, so this guy, the title of this video is Breathtaking Metaverse Star Atlas Gameplay News. There's no gameplay, first of all. There's no gameplay. They don't have any gameplay. We'll get into that here in a little bit. We'll look at the trailer and we'll talk about the development and the people behind the project. But let's just listen to what he says here. He's talking about the final thing he wants to go over. I haven't seen this.
Final thing that I wanted to mention in this video is that like we have been seeing like some snapshots of like what the inside of a hangar might look like. So that
sound familiar?
Is some very promising visuals. The next big thing is going to be when players who own ships in Star Atlas can actually see their ships inside hangars.
Sounds similar? Now listen, if you're watching this video because you're interested in Star Atlas and you don't have a clue about Star Citizen, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about here. But if you're somebody that's part of the Star Citizen community watching this video, you're going to be like, dude, this is an exact replica of the development of Star Citizen.
That is going to be just really, really cool. And one thing I do want to note is that like these Star Atlas NFT ships, they're way cooler than most of these like collectible PNG NFTs and stuff that have no real utility, no real uses. Like these Star Atlas ships are cool. And when you can actually see your NFT ship in game in Unreal Engine 5, that is going to be awesome. And that is going to be coming very, very soon this year, in fact, which is going to be a very bullish move on Star Atlas. So you probably won't hear another video from me on Star Atlas.
Okay. So guys, what is this game? Are they trying to copy Star Citizen? Are they trying to... I mean, so far, it's the exact same development route that Star Citizen took. Now, the things that I want to talk about here today is what is Star Atlas? So it's a game that essentially is an exact replica of Star Citizen. They're building this universe. You can buy ships, you can fly the ships. There's going to be economies and missions and all of this stuff that you can do, like we know you can do in Star Citizen. The beginning of this that this guy was just talking about just blows my mind, because it's the exact same route Star Citizen went through when they first started development, right? You could buy all these ships and pledge and, you know, join the Kickstarter or whatever it was, and you could see pictures of what your ships look like, which is, in this case, an NFT. You buy the ship, the picture of the ship, or even, you know, this video image of this ship, and that's all you can do so far. And then as they get more funding, they can put more money into the game, and they are promising, by the sounds of it, that you're going to be able to get a hangar. And inside of that hangar, you can go and look at your ship and explore your ship. That's the exact same route that Star Citizen went. As they started getting back in and more money, they built these hangars and people could go into them and look at their ships. It's exactly the same. There's no differences here. It's the exact same concept. So what, like Montoya was saying earlier, is like, you know, oh, maybe we can get funding and we can sell these NFTs, and then as we get more money, we can develop the game. That's exactly what they're doing. They have copied, they've seen Star Citizen's, the #1 crowdfunded game. They're almost at $500 million raised, and they're like, huh, we can do that. Star Citizen sells ships that aren't out yet, and people buy into it, right? It's a no-brainer. We'll do the exact same thing. And then what did Star Citizen do? Oh, they gave them hangars so they can see the ships. We'll do that. That'll be our first step. The only difference here is Star Citizen and its developers and Chris Roberts, they had this vision of a game they were trying to build, and that's what they're continuing to try and build today. Now, they had the artwork of, okay, this is what we want, and then they built like the trailers and showed you what their ideas were. This game doesn't have any of that. They don't have developers making the actual game. They're hiring out third-party people, they're commissioning people to do an artwork for them. Like, they're not saying, oh, this is what the ship I want to... They're just saying, hey, can you build me a cool-looking ship? And they're commissioning people to design all these cool ships, and then they're selling the pictures of these ships as NFTs to make money, right? They don't have their own, like, idea. They're just taking the exact idea that Star Citizen already has. Now, let's look at the trailer. Let's look at the trailer for this game and just see what it is that they're trying to build. Because we saw the early gameplay of Star Citizen and Squadron 42. We saw what they were trying to do, and we've seen it come to life. So let's see what their original first impression gameplay trailer looks like. Alright guys, so here we are. Here is the Star Atlas trailer. First of all, it looks incredible. Like, if I saw this trailer for a movie, I'd be like, wow, these graphics are sick. But anyway, let's continue. Space station.
Miles, the station reported a distress signal last night. They think it came from your dad's ship.
The signal, it came from past the outer ring. How is that even possible?
His ship has been reported missing for 20 years now. Pretty sure he's not coming back.
So the ships obviously are looking a little familiar. I mean, this looks like it's similar. The way it is kind of like a Cutlass Black with the VTOL and all that, but let's continue.
We go there, we might not come back.
What is this place?
This is going to change everything.
I mean, we can all agree, I think, that this looks incredible. Like, visually, it looks incredible.
They found out we have the map. They're gonna kill us for it.
If that's the case,
I mean, yeah, it looks cool. It's, yeah, so... History has begun. Experience the future of reality at starless.com. So yeah, the trailer's incredible. The only problem with this is they commissioned again a third party to create a trailer for them. You know, they're not developing this self. They're not hiring people like, hey, come work for us and create this. No, they're being like, let's just pay somebody else to create a trailer. They have nothing. basically, right now. They have nothing. They have paid some concept artists, same ones that happen to work on Star Citizen, to build some ships for them, to design some ships, and then they're using those ships to sell them as NFTs. They're like, this is what you're going to be able to use in the game. You're going to be able to see this in a hangar soon. But they don't have any gameplay. They don't have any developers. They don't have anything. It is literally just... I wouldn't even say it's a dream, because the people behind it, it's not like Chris Roberts where they have this idea of this world they want to create. They have this idea of something they're trying to sell. That's the difference. They're not trying to create an amazing game. They're trying to create something that they can sell. So that... It's difficult. And we know the development of Star Citizen, right? We know we're 10 years in, and it's... People talk about, oh, it's 10 years in, it's a scam. You know, it's not. There's a lot that goes into that game. But if they are trying to create this in a similar way that Star Citizen is trying to create Star Citizen, this is going to take the same amount of time. This will take 5-10 years. You know what I mean? It's like if you're trying to copy Star Citizen from the beginning, but do it yourself... it's gonna take a decade. So essentially what they're doing, like I say, they're hiring people to design these ships, they're selling them as NFTs, and then they're gonna use that money that they get from NFTs to, I'm assuming, build this hangar where they can show ships, and then use that as a selling point to sell more NFTs, to raise more money to pay for it. So it's very similar to Star Citizen in the sense that if people don't back the project, it's gonna just crash, right? If people didn't back Star Citizen with the, you know, the almost 500 million that's been put into it, the game would have halted development. It would have needed investors, and it just would have halted. The same with this. If these guys don't sell these NFTs and sell this idea, it's gonna crash. It's not like this is a big game development company that is like, hey, this is a game we're building. No, they're building this based off the fact that you're buying into it. If people don't buy into this project, it's not going to work. They're going to have to try and get investors and convince them that it's going to work. But it's all based on if they're going to be able to sell these ship NFTs or not. Now, do I think they're trying to scam people? No, I genuinely do not think they're trying to scam people. I don't think they're trying to sell this idea just to make some money and do a rug pull. I genuinely think that them, like a lot of people in the NFT community, they want to build a game on the blockchain. And they've seen the success of Star Citizen, and they're trying to mimic that, but on the blockchain. I genuinely think that they think if they can get all this funding, they are going to put the money into the game and try to build this first ever incredible blockchain game, and it would be awesome. But the problem here is with games like this, and I feel like this is an issue a lot of these blockchain games are having right now, is they're not targeted at gamers. They're just not. And that's the problem. The NFT community and the crypto community, it's a big bubble that they live in, right? They all live, breathe. Everything about them is NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrency. And they surround themselves with people that are also into that. And they live in this huge bubble of this new upcoming idea, which is crypto and blockchain and all of that. But the people on the outside, and this is why a lot of gamers are against it, is because the actual gamers don't understand it. They don't see it the same way that these NFT people see it. The NFT people think, oh, this is a brilliant idea. Why aren't people understanding this? But it's because it's targeted. A game like this isn't targeted at gamers. It's targeted at those people who buy and sell and trade NFTs. And it's the wrong group of people to target. If they're trying to sell this as a game, they're not selling it to gamers. They're selling it to people who want to buy NFT ships and make money from it and buy them and, you know, get rare ones and sell them and make money from NFTs. And the only people that really seem hyper and excited about this are other people that have own NFTs and crypto and stuff. I haven't seen any gamers be like, this is a sick idea. I want to, like, so for you guys, the Star Citizen community, is this something that you're going to invest in? I know there's a lot of whales that invest in Star Citizen, put all their money into it. Are any of you going to invest in this? Are you going to buy, You know, these ships that are on the blockchain in hopes that one day you're going to be able to jump into this new universe that is Star Atlas? I'm curious. The other problem with this is, like Star Citizen, you know, even their bigger ships, let's say it's a ship that costs $1,000. Whereas in this, because they're NFTs and they're collectible, you know, these ships are selling like for $10,000, $50,000, $80,000. So again, this isn't directed at gamers that want to jump in and play. This is directed at people that have a lot of money that are trading, and they're not even probably going to play the game. They're just going to use it as another trading platform. They're going to buy and sell NFTs. The average person can't buy into this. And I'm sure the ships that you can buy that are going to be like $50, there's probably going to be 1 million of them or so, and they're not going to be worth anything because everyone has those ships. The ships that are going to be worth something are the ones that are rare, and the ones that are rare, people like you and me are not going to be able to buy. Only the people that, again, aren't looking at it as, oh, this is a cool game I want to play. They're just holding these things to make money. And you see, that's the problem I have. I am excited for blockchain games. I'm not against, and I hope it doesn't come across like I'm against NFTs, because I'm not. You know, I don't understand them as much as I would like to, but I've done research in them enough to know what they are and, you know, and how they work and how you can make money from them. But I just feel like the problem these people have right now, like these blockchain developers, is that they're living in their own bubble, and the people in that bubble are excited about the thing that they're creating in that bubble. And I think if you even were to look at someone like Ryan Wyatt or Fwiz, right? He was the head of YouTube gaming. He was an executive for Google. He was the head of YouTube gaming, and he recently left YouTube and he's become the CEO of Polygon, which is all about NFTs and the blockchain and things like that, and building gaming on the blockchain. And I respect this guy, and you know, I follow what he does and what he's talking about. But and he's excited about bringing NFTs to gaming, and he thinks it's going to be the future. And I honestly do too. I do think the whole metaverse is going to be the future. I do think that gaming is going to be, I mean, we're literally at the cusp right now of all these movies we've seen over the last 2 decades, right? All these movies like Ready Player One and things like that. We're literally at the cusp of that right now. And the metaverse, I do think, is going to be successful. I do think it's most likely going to be the future of gaming. But the problem with these early games that are trying to get into it is they're targeting the wrong audience. They're not targeting gamers. They're targeting the NFT community. Now, as far as, like I say, is this a scam? I truly think the people behind it have seen the success Star Citizen had, and they're like, let's do that, but on the blockchain. And I do think that they want to create a game like Star Citizen on the blockchain. I do think they want to, but I also think they want to because of money. I think that the only reason they want to build this game is so they can make a lot of money. I do think that is behind it. I don't think they're passionate about this project, other than the fact they're trying to build a great game like Star Citizen, but on the blockchain. It's not their own ideas. They have basically taken it from Star Citizen. But I don't think it's necessarily a scam. But the thing that is a red flag for me is when you try and look up the developers and you try and look up the background of this game, you can't really find too much about them. You know, it's hard. A lot of these NFT projects, they hide behind a wall. They're not public. You can't... The people on the outside looking in, trying to get information, you can't get that information. Most of the successful NFT projects are very public about what they do and, you know, what they do with the money and, you know, what their goals are. But a lot of NFT projects are like this. They hide behind a wall. Whether it's a Discord that's a private Discord, or even the developers themselves, they don't use their real names. You can't find out who they are or what they've worked on in the past. And as far as, like Montoya was saying earlier about most of them being a scam, it's true. You know, when crypto came out, let's say Bitcoin, people didn't believe in it, and then all of a sudden it went crazy. People made millions and billions of dollars, and then obviously when something like that happens, people are going to try and mimic that and do it themselves. So that's why you get tons of cryptocurrencies right now. There's millions of them, and most of them are scams. Most of them are people just trying to sell you the cryptocurrency, and once you've given them the money for it, they sell out and then they're out, which they call a rug pull, right? The same with NFTs, right? The NFTs come out, and NFTs like the Bored Apes or the CryptoPunks come out, and people see how much money. At the beginning, no one wanted them, and then they started seeing all this money, just like Bitcoin. And then everyone started developing them, right? And sure, some come through that are actually really good, and they see what, the NFTs are all about and the projects they can create with them. And they are genuinely good projects. But a lot of them, again, are just scams. And not even scams, they're just people trying to make money. Like, a lot of them aren't heartfelt projects they want to create. They just create something to make money. They're not creating it because they're passionate about it. They're creating it because they want to make money. And that's what differentiates, these good NFTs and the ones that are just, even if they look cool, it's not. They just want to make money. And I feel like with this project, from what I've seen so far, and even on their Twitter, if you look at the comments on the posts they make, a lot of people are like, nah, this ain't it. Like, what the hell is this? There's no gameplay, there's no development updates, there's no, like, who are you hiring? Show us what you're working on. Because they have nothing. They've outsourced everything. They outsourced the development of the ships. They outsourced the trailer. They're not doing anything themselves. All they have is, hey, we can duplicate Star Citizen on the blockchain and make... for what I've seen so far, it seems like they think we can make a lot of money from this. And it could be cool. So it's hard to say if it's a scam or if it's not. Myself, I would love this to be real. I would love to see this go the long haul. I would love to see this game. I would love to play a game on the blockchain. I would love to play a game where I can unlock things that I can sell in real life. I would love to put in a lot of time and effort and energy into looking for certain things or developing certain things in a game, and then having that myself, and then it be worth something and being able to sell that. I think that's awesome, and I do think that gaming is going to go in that direction. I really do. But is this that game? It could be, if they have enough people buying into the early game, just like Star Citizen did. But again, Star Citizen had a lot more history behind it. Just like NFTs. If you're going to buy an NFT, you got to make sure who is the team behind it. Is it something they're passionate about? Or is it something that they're just creating to make money? Same with NFTs, same with these games on the blockchain. Star Citizen, you can see what they're doing. You can see the ideas before it even went into development. And this, to me, seems like a group of people that their idea is to mimic what Star Citizen did, but on the blockchain. They don't have their own idea. They don't have their own passion for it. Their passion is to create something that's already been done, but on the blockchain. And I honestly, if it does work, it's going to take like a decade. Let's be honest, it's going to be like Star Citizen. And if it does work, I'll be in it. I'll buy it. If this is something like Star Citizen, but on the blockchain, I'm in. I'm all in. But as of right now, they don't have anything to show other than these commissioned ships and commissioned trailers. They have no team, no company, no, like, there needs to be something. Because right now, it's just, they're selling a dream. But their dream is just to copy what Star Citizen did, but on the blockchain. You know? It was you could say, okay, well, they're selling a dream. That's what Star Citizen did. And people bought into that. And that's what they're trying to do. They're selling a dream, and people are going to buy into it, and then they'll develop it. No, because the difference is the Star Citizen dream, there was a lot behind it, and it was a real dream. This dream is just to put Star Citizen in the metaverse, to put it on the blockchain. And I would love them to do that, but if their dream is to just copy something that's already been done, not a lot of people are going to back it. I don't think. And it's expensive. They had somebody, that video of that guy we watched was like, oh, there was this company that, it was a huge gaming company that put $3 million into the project. And I was like, really? Okay, that could be something we could talk about. If a big game development company is backing this, I'm thinking, okay, Activision, you know, Rockstar, some sort of big game company. I look up the game company they were talking about. It's a freaking NFT blockchain company. It is a gaming company, but it's an NFT blockchain gaming company. It's like, I don't know, man. You guys do your own research into this. Let me know what you think. I would be very curious. The similarities are there. It is literally a copy of Star Citizen. They've seen what Star Citizen has done, and they're trying to mimic that on the blockchain. But they, as beautiful as these graphics look, it's just, you know, they've just paid money for someone to just build something. We don't even know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm genuinely curious. It's a tough one. So, like, in closing for me, I'm not against NFTs. I'm not against the blockchain or even blockchain gaming. I'm very interested in myself. I would love to jump into an actual game on the blockchain. And I'm happy that people are trying to do it. And a game like Star Citizen on the blockchain would be perfect. Because the way that Star Citizen is the ships are kind of like NFTs. They're just not on the blockchain. You can't trade them. I think Star Citizen in general, imagine that would shut this entire game down. If Star Citizen said, we're launching a version on the blockchain, this game here would be obsolete. It would just be done. Star Citizen is probably not a bad idea. You could make a lot of money doing that. You already have what these guys are trying to do. But yeah, I like the idea. They're definitely not stealing Star Citizens. People aren't jumping ship from Star Citizen to Star Atlas. They're just freelance artists that were commissioned to build them some ships. Sure, they may look similar. We don't know if they asked them to make them look similar or if these concept artists made them just from, you know, that's what they built. They can just, if someone's commissioned them to build something, they can just do that but tweak it a little bit. You know what I mean? Why not? Ships are going to look the same. Star Citizen has ships that look like copies from other movies and stuff. So, you know, they're not stealing. They're not jumping ship to come to this game. This isn't even a game. This is an NFT project that they're hoping to raise enough money that they can attempt to do what Star Citizen has done. And they're going to follow the same path Star Citizen went down. They saw the success. They're like, okay, we're just going to mimic it. We'll sell the NFTs like Star Citizen did with ships. Then we'll give them hangars so they can go see the ships, which is what Star Citizen done or did. They're literally copying Star Citizen's entire game plan and trying to do it themselves as NFTs. And, you know, if it works, it could be an incredible game. The only thing that turns me off is the fact that it's not their own idea. It's not something that they created and are passionate about. It's just, hey, Star Citizen made 500 million doing this. We'll do it, but on the blockchain. If it's just not, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And it's an interesting one. I would love to dig deeper into this, but they don't have anything. They don't have gameplay. They don't have, you know, this is what we're working on. Their entire game is based off the fact that people need to fund it by buying ships. And they're just copying Star Citizen's entire development plan. So, yeah, it's a tough one. I wish it was real. I wish it would, you know, happen. I think all of us would love to play a game like this. And I would play it on the blockchain. I like that idea. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I really want to have a discussion about this because I'm very interested in your thoughts. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications. If you want to help support the channel even further, you can become a member. Thank you to all the members. Thank you, Lord. I saw you. Thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow with with a brand new video. Bye.